Was
Go ahead.
What's good, everybody? What's good? We are back with another episode of the No Pressure Podcast. I'm your co-host, Tej McCray. With me, as always, is my brother Booby Lee, aka Coach Miles, man, the legendary East Side guy from East Mecklenburg High School, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Ready to chop it up with you, man. We got a lot to discuss.
Yeah, bro. Like, man, let's just get right into it. Where do you want to start? Like, where would you like to start?
Well, obviously, Game 4 last night in the NBA Finals, Spurs, Knicks. It's been a hell of a finals for sure. A lot of really good players, obviously. You know, high-level players, high-level coaching. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I've been thinking about this all day, and I don't even want to come at it. I don't even want to come at it from just like just a really bad negative angle, but I am really, really disappointed in De'Aaron Fox. If we I'll paint the picture for everybody. I know everybody watched it, but obviously the Spurs, they blew a 29-point lead last night. Very, very entertaining game. All the games were entertaining, but last night in particular, the Spurs blew a 29-point lead, gave up a 20-0 run. I think that was in the fourth quarter. It was just bad. It was just bad. Like the ultimate collapse, you know, one of the biggest collapses in NBA history, especially in the finals. A lot of bad plays, you know, some questionable coaching. You know, Wemby had struggled, especially in the fourth quarter. But I guess I want to start off with the good. Because I don't like being negative. I ain't trying to be that type of guy.
Bro, you calling a spade, bro? Go ahead.
I'm gonna start with the good. I'm gonna start with the good.
All right.
Like first half, Spurs are playing phenomenal. They playing phenomenal. They doing everything they supposed to do. They knocking down open shots. They shot the blood out of the ball first half. I was very impressed. We had talked about it a little bit in the group chat, but it seemed like they had a lot of success just going middle pick and roll, Wemby rolling to the basket. You know, guys trying to tag him just because he's such a priority. Like you got to tag him. He's 7'5", so if he's rolling to the basket in the middle of the floor, like somebody has to account for him. And De'Aaron Fox, you know, he finding shooters. You know, he finding guys. You know, Champagne, he's knocking down shots. Dylan Harper's knocking down shots. You know, guys are playing really well. Vassell, he hit a lot of shots too last night as well. You know, first half, phenomenal basketball. Like they locking the Knicks up. They knocking down shots. Offense looks fluid. Open shot after open shot after open shot. I think somebody in the group chat was like, "Why is he do so open every play?"
Right.
You know, yeah. I mean, that's the reason. You know, when we rolls to the basket, like somebody's gonna be open. You know, it's really on De'Aaron Fox or whoever had the ball in their hands just to find an open man. And I don't know. It's like the second half. Like I just felt like they got away from that. Like I said, I want to give De'Aaron Fox his flowers because first half he actually played well, really well, and I feel like he kind of kickstarted everything in terms of obviously Wemby, he played well too in the first half, but I feel like De'Aaron Fox decision making kind of kickstarted the run and really opened up that lead. Bro, the third quarter, it's like De'Aaron Fox just started doing a whole bunch of just dumb stuff. He made a bunch of bad plays, and I knew when I was watching the game. I was like, this shit about to go left, bro. This shit's about to go left. The one turnover where he is dribbling the ball and he throws the ball across the court unnecessarily and throws that shit out of bounds. I was like, that's it. That's it. That play right there. That's about to start some shit. Couple plays later, he come down trying to make a play, dribble the ball off his foot, kick the ball out of bounds. Another play. He got the ball the whole possession, trying to dribble, step back, barely hit the front of the rim. Terrible possession. He had a really bad third quarter, and then it just snowballed into the fourth quarter, and it just continued to just transpire his bad play. Mm-hmm. I rock with De'Aaron Fox. Loved him at Kentucky. Love that Kentucky team. De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Bam Adebayo. That was one of the most entertaining teams I've ever watched in college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a little history of bro. He killed Lonzo. Back in college. I think you might have said it too. I think you might have said like De'Aaron Fox, man. He really the one in that draft class. Like he really the one.
I thought he was the best player in that draft class.
Yep, you did. You called that. Yes, you said that from day one. So you and me both know how good this dude is.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, De'Aaron Fox made some of the most boneheaded plays last night. And the one that highlighted it all, Wemby gets the block on Jalen Brunson. De'Aaron Fox tips the ball out, which is good. Great play.
Genius. Right. I thought it was very smart.
Yeah. Tips the ball out, tips it towards half court. Then he just outruns everybody. Swiper. Super fast, obviously. Beats everybody to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little upset. I'm a little upset at his court awareness, bro. Like, he went up like he didn't have nobody around him. Like, even though he beat everybody to the ball, Annunoby was OG was like literally right behind him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You got to know that.
Yeah,
you
like that's just
ran past him or beside him.
Yeah, that's really just court awareness, bro. Like, know where you're at on the floor, know where you're at in proximity to everybody else on the floor. That's day one basketball. He got the ball, went up extremely weak. OG makes a hell of a play. I don't want to take nothing from him, boy. OG, boy, we'll get to him. We'll get to him. God damn. But yeah, OG blocks it off the glass, and a play where they really could have iced it. You know, Fox could have really just got the ball and just dribbled the ball out.
Go to the free throw line. You're up one. You're shooting your layup with 12 seconds to go. Like, what are you doing, bro? You dribble your fast ass around until someone chase you and foul you.
Yeah, that was like a terrible.
And you're the
play.
point guard. You're the point guard. This ain't a center or power forward. You're the point. You're supposed to be the thinker.
Yeah, facts. I was just disappointed in him, man. I was really disappointed in him. I was disappointed with some of the plays he made down the stretch. And I mean, like I said, like the Spurs played a phenomenal game, especially in the first half. Like, it's looking like they about to beat them by 40.
Didn't they hit they broke the record for most threes in the first half? One of was like 14 or 15 or something like that.
Yeah, I think 14. Like, crazy, they was going crazy.
They were wide open shots. They were wide open. Like, it wasn't even like damn, these niggas just hitting some lucky. It was wide open, good looks. But you know, to piggyback off what you said, like, that second half was just so weird. I just have so many things in question that, you know, this, and to our viewers, our listeners, but this is our first time talking about this. Like, you know, we talked about it during the game in the group. So, like, I'm genuinely wondering, like, I'm about to. So, Coach, like, first and foremost, when your team is against a run, so a run is being had after you have a lead, I just feel like Mitch Johnson did not do a good job of utilizing his timeouts to stop the bleeding. Whether it's, all right, guys, just relax, whatever. I feel like every time they score, like, it's like, okay, damn, he got to call timeout here. It didn't happen. Score, lose the ball, whatever, bad shot, boom. Like, you have to remind these guys, like, y'all, we're up 15. We don't have to shoot these threes with 15, 16 seconds left in the shot clock.
Right.
Why are we putting up so many? Like, remind these guys, somebody, because everybody was doing it. So let's remind. I think it was. Well, this was actually later in the game. I think Wemby shot like 3 threes in a row. They got the offensive rebound. Like, he shot. Like, what's going on here? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Like, at this point, so there's that. So, like, what are your thoughts about, like, Mitch Johnson overall, and then what are your thoughts about Mitch Johnson? Because, like you said, if De'Aaron Fox, your last start with De'Aaron Fox was in the third quarter, and he plays like, and especially with Dylan Harper playing his ass off right now, looking like a pro. Like, what are your criticism, I guess, of Mitch Johnson? And again, Mitch Johnson, great coach, great season, all these things, but some very questionable decision making. And then I hate the fact that he keeps saying, or the narrative with the Spurs is, we've given them the 3 games they won. No, bro, no, like, stop. But go ahead, Coach. What's your thoughts about Mitch Johnson?
That's definitely like a slight cop out for real. But like, Mitch, man, he a young coach, young head coach. Like, he gonna go through his pains. He gonna go through his growing pains. You know, last night was. He kicking himself about last night. I know he is. Like, it's
facts.
Probably a lot of things that he felt like he could have did. He probably didn't even get no sleep last night for real. Just replaying the game in his head. I think this is something that he'll grow from and he'll learn from. I mean, not utilizing timeouts. I think he could have did a better job with that. I feel like he could have also too just called a timeout just to draw up something to get like an easy look or get Wemby closer to the rim. Like you said, man, they were shooting a lot of threes, and I know where it's coming from. Like I know where it's coming from. Like when you shooting the blood out the ball in the first half, like how they was, like you know, you naturally gonna keep shooting, you know, just to see if I can keep hitting these bitches. You know what I'm saying?
But coach, it has you absolutely right. Guilty of that. Seen it with.
I was about to say I've been guilty of that myself.
Like even as a coach, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get lost in those. Like that's something I had to kind of learn this season. Not even learn this season, but like remind myself this season of as well. Like, yeah, when we got a lead, like reminding the guys we don't need to be shooting so many threes, even if they are great looks, even if we have been knocking them down, because you got to play the percentages. You know, I don't even know what the league averages for 3-pointers, but it's probably somewhere like 30, 32, 33% somewhere in there, which is not good. So yeah, as a team, we shot the blood out of the ball, but chances are we not gonna do that. So early on, we may say if it's going well, but once it's not going well early, but even when you're up 29, you should let's get them in foul trouble. Let's try to get to the free throw line now. They can't stop Wemby. Like you said, the middle screen and roll was gold, bro. Like either you choose Wemby or you're leaving somebody wide open. But they just kind of again got away from that and started shooting early possession threes, and it was just baffling to me. So, but like you said, man, I do think Mitch Johnson is gonna grow from that. Probably couldn't sleep, man. I mean, I think I had put in the group chat, like I know exactly how he's feeling right now. You know, when we were playing Northwest at the crib, man, we were up like 18, I think, going into the half and blew it. So it's just like,
bro, I feel like that's gonna happen if you coach long enough, bro. That shit is gonna happen. Like it's gonna happen somehow, some way. Either early in your career, late in your career, like you're gonna blow a big lead. I'm sick for Mitch. I'm sick for Mitch because
the stage.
The stage, exactly. This shit has happened on the biggest stage. And he a young head coach too. It's not like he got a whole bunch of experience. You know, he a younger guy.
In Madison Square Garden. Because that shit was rocking yesterday, bro. Like it felt like it was, I mean, I know I won't dare, but it felt like it was loud in that bitch, bro. It was loud, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, so he's probably rattled because I bet none of them have been in an environment like that before in their lives. That because when that comeback starts going on, they start going crazy, screaming, bro. I'm like, it's rattled. Like you said, when De'Aaron Fox threw the ball across the court and went out of bounds, bro. You said you knew, bro. It was just like once Jalen Brunson started going, and then segue to OG Annunoby, bro. Like, bro. That dude, bro, I think his splits is like, I think somebody put in the chat, like in the finals, like 50, and like 90. Like insane, bro. And then clutch, two-way player. Because, like I said, Mikal Bridges, like he's a roller coaster. You don't know what you're going to get. Josh Hart, you don't know what you're going to get. OG has been so consistent. Jalen Brunson, you don't know what you're going to get until it's time to clutch up. Jalen Brunson could be 0 for 26. Fourth quarter, 5 minutes ago, 7-point game. You gonna forget? He gonna repent for all them sins.
Facts, big facts.
But big facts. And then like something else that frustrated me yesterday about the game, bro. This is talking about because I want to circle back to the Spurs at some point, but the Knicks, specifically Cat. I don't know if you were paying attention, bro, to him like flailing and trying to get the foul call and moving. Like he was pissing me off yesterday, bro. He was not just hooping. Like I felt like he was fiending for a foul call to be called or especially off the ball.
He definitely was.
It was blowing me, bro. And I think Jay had said something about it, but like they bitching, bro. I'm like, bro, yes, they are. Like, bro, let's play basketball. Like, stop trying to get a call. Just play your game, whatever the case may be. And I just feel like the Spurs had the psychological advantages first. Like, Mitch Robinson, Bowen, bro, like that. I mean, we know some get back involved as well, but just not smart.
Yeah, that was a bad play. How do you feel like the officials were yesterday?
I was cool with it, bro. I mean, I think they did. I think they did fine. Especially compared to their other games, bro. But I see a lot of people talking about that backcourt that they say that should have been called, even if talking about that on 520. We'll get into that. But I thought the officiating was fine, bro. I think for the most part they was allowing guys to play, but I think a lot of dumb, like, bro, watching Cat yesterday, like he was back to his these are dumb fouls. Like you just are hacking. Like it's and Cat needs to be on the court more. When Cat's not in the game, it's just a different ball game for the Spurs offensively. Like I don't know, they just move differently, they attack differently. Wemby's more comfortable on the court. You know, when he got those 2 fouls early on, I wasn't surprised that it was getting ugly. I wasn't expecting it to get how it got. But Mitchell Robinson can only play so much. Then they put in some guy I never seen all season. I think he was number 55 or 44. I literally said out loud, like, who is that? Because I didn't know. But I felt like, again, how you feel about the officiating yesterday? You thought it was decent?
I thought it was fine. I think in the first half, I thought it was a little in favor of the Spurs. But I think it was cleaned up in the second half. Wemby getting that flagrant foul, elbowing Cat in the face, that was a turning point too. And it wasn't on purpose, obviously. He didn't like deliberately try to bowl him.
That was a makeup call.
Yeah, when it first happened, I thought it was just gonna be incidental contact. But I mean, he definitely connected. Like his elbow hit Cat in the face. So I mean, for that to be a flagrant foul, I mean, by the rules, that's the right call for real. So that was the game changer. That kind of switched the momentum up a little bit too. We definitely need to talk about Wemby, boy. Fourth quarter, like he was not good.
Not good at all, bro. And then again, De'Aaron Fox is getting a lot of shit right now. But if I'm a coach and I'm Wemby, you gotta make these free throws. You missed both. Yeah. And they were up one, correct?
Yep.
You missed both free throws late in the game. And mind, you're doing all this talking in the beginning, point saying you in your head or whatever the case may be. But man, you shit the bed, bro.
Yeah, he definitely had some nerves. He definitely had some nerves up there.
And then I said this. I think we talked about this a few episodes ago. Like Wemby really doesn't have an offensive game. He's just tall. Wemby has to develop. He has to be able. If Wemby is able to turn his back to the basket from the mid post on some KD shit, bro, he would be elite. But he has an inability to do that. He misses, tries to get his own rebound, and then goes from there, bro. Because he shot the ball terribly. He had a lot of rebounds, but it's just like he never really gets into a rhythm, in my opinion. And then again, he was rattled at that point. A young group like that, blowing the lead in their mind, they've already felt like, yo, it's nothing we can do. And I feel like I've been in that. I've been in that situation, coach. Like, there's nothing I can do or say right now. Like this shit is out of my control in a sense. Obviously, you're in control, but it's just like the basketball guys just not rocking with you. Like, as a team, we're doing dumb things. Everything's going well for them. Their experience is exuding right now. And shout out to, and again, to your point, Mike Brown has been on a part of and around championships and championship environments his entire career. Mm-hmm. He coached his ass off last night. I've been very critical of Deuce McBride. I wouldn't play him no damn more. Putting Jose Alvarado on the court with Jalen Brunson allowed them to kind of space the floor out a little bit more. And Jose Alvarado is a capable shooter. And keeping Mikal Bridges out. Mikal Bridges really wasn't giving much of anything. And I commend that. Like, I mean, that takes balls.
That was great.
That takes balls, bro. And then, like, I mean, I just think that just shows, like, shout out to Jose Alvarado because, that he had what did he have? Like, maybe I think he had 6 or 8 points, something like 6, 7 points, but big minutes. Like, the stat sheet don't do it no justice. He played big minutes for them, and hit big shots, some timely shots, and he might not play in this game. When I see, I think he will play, but just being ready, staying ready, working hard. One thing Michael Beasley said that I really love is, like, I don't keep the blade sharp just for the sake. I keep the blade sharp just for the sake of keeping it sharp. Like, I ain't waiting for war. Like, that, and I just stuttered like crazy, but y'all get my point.
Nah, that's fire though. I ain't never heard that one.
Yeah, Mike Beasley got some gems, bro. But yeah, he said I keep the blade sharp, for the sake of it being sharp. I ain't waiting for war. And Jose Alvarado, just prepare himself for those moments through practice, whatever, just waiting for his number to get called.
And the thing about it too, I know he want to be out there. I know he want to play major minutes, bro. I know he wants to.
And he from there. He from the city.
Yeah. Like, I know how much of an impact that he want to make. So for him to still, just have that professionalism about himself, whenever my name is called, I'm gonna be ready to rock and roll. Like,
bro, he got so much love. Like, I seen Melo showing him love, J.R. Smith, Stephon Marbury, like, everybody just in that moment, bro. Because, like, I mean, obviously we see what this New York fandom is going on right now, but they really, like, this shit means something to them, bro, and you see that. But yeah, bro, shout out to Mike Brown, man. I just want to give him his flowers as well, bro. And then again, it's something about, like, Bro, Jalen Brunson, bro, is really good at the game of basketball, bro. And like one thing, he's never rattled. No matter how bad he's playing, no matter how good he's playing, he's never rattled. Very even keel. That's one thing I respect about the most emotion I seen the Knicks have yesterday. What was yesterday? This entire series.
Facts.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. But for the most part, they was also still pretty even keel. Like I mean, we've seen teams come back from 3-1. We've seen a team come back from 3-1 before in the finals. We've seen teams come back from 3-1 outside of the finals, but this shit ain't over yet. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's a testament to Mike Brown, the organization, the coaches that he's built. Because people are very critical of that hire. People are very critical about Tibbs. Tibbs being let go after getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. But one thing that Clyde Frazier has said for yesterday, he said the difference is Tibbs didn't develop his bench. He's never been a coach to do that. Chicago, Minnesota, New York. He was like, whereas Mike Brown developed his bench, and it showed today how important that is. Showed yesterday.
Facts. Facts. Big facts. Matter of fact, I was one of the guys who was critical of the hire when the Knicks hired Mike Brown for real. But I mean, he's done a great job. He's done an excellent job. And like he like a cool personality too. Like I watched some of his post game interviews and like, he's relaxed. He's easy to talk to. He's not rude to the media, nothing like that. He's just a good dude, man. I feel like he's a really good representation of just African American head coach in a big time market like New York.
Right.
So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. I do want to spin back to Wemby.
Yeah, please do.
Like, bro, Wemby is super young, like 22 years old. Obviously, he's going to continue to develop, and he's going to become one of the best players we ever seen. He's already kind of in that stratosphere, but he's going to continue to grow, obviously. He did seem a little rattled at the free throw line, man. Like, in a moment like that, the whole Madison Square Garden just screaming at the top of their lungs. 2 big free throws, late game situation.
Most important of his career so far, probably, bro. Like basketball, his whole life playing basketball.
Yeah, man. Like, I kind of feel for bro in a sense. I've had situations like back when I was playing. Like, matter of fact, story time. I remember like my senior year, we had played Rocky River. And it was kind of a similar situation, bro. Like, we killing Rocky River. Like, it's at East Med. We killing Rocky River, like destroying them. To the point where like Coach Grew got the bench players in the third quarter. Like, the back end, I'm not the back end of the bench, but the bench, they playing, end up in the third, trying to get through the game because we already killing them. Rocky River started making a comeback. All right. They started to get momentum. 4th quarter roll around. All right. They started getting it rolling. They started knocking down threes. Rob knocking down threes. Shout out my boy Rob. Shout out Rob Harvey. Matt caught an alley-oop dunk. Shout out my brother Matt. Like, they end up coming back.
You forgot Quan hit 6 threes.
Quan. Yeah, Quan. Shout out
he
Quan.
Hit 6 threes. And because he hit, bro, it was crazy, bro. But go ahead.
Yeah, Quan went crazy in the 4th, made a bunch of threes. Rob was making threes. They got momentum. I think it might have been Sydney, matter of fact. I think Sydney threw Matt a lob. Matt went and dunked it 2 hands. I'm like, oh my God. I'm sick. But yeah, like fast forward, end of the game, I get fouled on a 3-pointer. And I think we need all 3. We down 3. I get fouled on a 3-pointer. I made the first free throw. I ended up missing the second. Like, everything feel good at the free throw line too. It's not like I'm nervous or anything, but I just let it go. That bitch went in and out. I'm like, fuck. Damn near want to start crying and shit. End up missing the third one on purpose. We ended up not getting the old board, but like, nerves are real. Like, I say all that to say nerves are real in that situation, especially when you're young. So I think Wemby gonna bounce back. I do feel like definitely want to like humble yourself a little bit. You're definitely talking a lot of shit, especially last game. Yeah, he was definitely popping it a little bit.
I think I think he's a little front runner.
Front runner? That's I don't know if I would say front runner, but he was definitely popping the last game. And for him to be in a situation like that, and you got to make some free throws to win the game, or you got to make free throws to extend the game, extend the lead, whatever the case may be, and you miss. I mean, like you said, it might just be the basketball guys. Like, all right, stay humble now.
And
that's really not even your body. Just be out here popping it like that.
Yeah, relax.
Yeah,
because that's the thing. That's the thing too, bro. Like something we also said, he's gonna go through his adversity, and this is his adversity right now, bro. You know, again, Bron got to the finals in his third year, similar to Wemby. Got swept. You know, things are learning experience for players, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that every player that we can name has gone through some adversity, and you know, people try to give Wemby this totem pole early on, bro. And I mean, again, it's not over yet. He may still bounce back, but again, we got to be very critical of, you know, his second half, you know, missing those free throws, because there's a lot of things that factored into that 29-point choke, but that's something that's a controllable situation. Free throws, they say, the easiest shot in basketball. Like, and from what I can't remember a time this series that Wemby missed 2 free throws like back to back.
He never really missed 2 free throws back to back. That's very rare for him.
And like I said, with the lead, like at least give us one. At least give us one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Give us one, and then the tip in, you know, pause, like it's a tie game, but yeah, bro. So I mean, do you feel like this? Do you feel like the Spurs can respond back from this loss, bro?
No, nah. I think it's over. I think they might get the next game, but they're not about to beat them. What, they will have to beat them 3 times in a row? They're not going to beat them 3 times in a row.
Yeah, 3 times in a row, bro. And I think a loss like that is dejecting, bro. Like I think about, you know, Bron 2018 NBA Finals against the Warriors game 1, having 51 points, 51 8-8, and they lose in overtime, a game they should have won. But after that, I knew they was getting swept. Like, you can't. It's no bouncing back from this, bro. Like, it's GG's.
Yeah,
blowing that lead,
Bron
bro.
played the game. Bron played the game of his life. Like, that game was crazy.
Coach,
it was
I
crazy.
don't know if we were together.
Everything,
but I know we were definitely like it. One of the best performances I have ever seen in my entire life by an individual player, and a loss too. Like, had motherfuckers, I thought the Cavs they was about to steal game 1 on the road, bro. You giving Bron some hope, bro. Bro. He looked unstoppable.
Yeah,
and facts. I felt like that could have sustained, but after that, he's just like, man, what's the fucking point, bro? Like, we needed that. That's the one we needed. That's the one we needed. Yeah. Similar to when Bron beat Boston in Game 6 in Boston. After that, we knew it was over in 7, bro. They had their chance. They should have beat them in Game 6, but they didn't.
How you feel? You feel like they got any chance to come back, the Spurs?
No, it's over. I think it's over next series. Jeezy said this, and it's true. The Knicks have been very, very good in closeout games. Like, I think they blew out the Hawks. They blew out the Sixers.
Yep,
like they be smacking teams in closeout games. So I don't think they're going to be on bullshit. I don't think they want to go back to Madison Square Garden, you know, having to play another game. I really don't think they want to. I think they want to go. Because, again, the Spurs have been leading by double digits in every single game. Every single game. Mm-hmm. And they just start folding, bro. So it's just like, it's going to be hard for them to win. Well, not hard because they've done it already, but it's going to be hard for them to win at the career, win on the road, the Knicks. But I think it's over. I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I think it's over, bro. I think it's over in 5. I think it's just no bouncing back from that, man. Like, mentally, especially in one day, like they got to play tomorrow. Mentally, bro, like they're fucked, bro. They go tell themselves they good, whatever. Few players might, but as a collective unit, I just think De'Aaron Fox is. I'm eager to see how he responds tomorrow.
Bro, he has been so bad this whole entire playoffs, bro. I'm sorry. Because that's my dog. I love his game, bro, yeah. But he's been bad. And Dez actually made an interesting point, too. He said, like, a lot of people been saying, like, oh, like, why doesn't he just play like how he played in Sacramento? Bro, that's
it's totally different.
Yeah, that's not even fair to say something like that. That's not even fair to say something like that. Like, he legit like everybody's Wemby is option 1, and everybody else is like option 2, 3, 4,
on
whatever.
some Spurs
like,
shit. On some
yeah,
Spurs
like,
shit. The Spurs have always been that way.
Yeah, like it's not the De'Aaron Fox show in San Antonio, or I say San Antonio, in Sacramento. It was the De'Aaron Fox show. Give me the ball, get out my way. I'm gonna take us home. Fourth quarter, like he was a fourth quarter killer.
Yep.
And it's just a different dynamic. It's a different dynamic. This team has a different dynamic, a different structure. He's playing a different type role. And it's not easy just to go from, being the guy to being number 2 or being number 3, second option, third option, whatever option.
Especially when you've always been the guy since high school, Kentucky, Sacramento.
Yeah, it's just different, man. It's a different role. But Dez made the point of he's not one of those guys, or at least not at this point in his career, where he needs to be playing second fiddle to somebody.
Yeah,
and I mean,
go get his. Yeah,
it kind of resonated with me because it's just a different mentality. When you got the mentality of, all right, I got the ball, I'm making all the decisions, I'm making the plays, I'm taking us home, I'm carrying. Versus, all right, now I got to get Wemby the ball, or I got to set up Dylan Harper, or I got to
to your point,
Vassell the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, like now you got that's valid because when Wemby got hurt and the Spurs were still successful, De'Aaron Fox was doing a very good job in the regular season of leading them. Facts. But again, it was all right. Now I can be who I am. Like you said, De'Aaron Fox is 28, so he's still in his prime. Still getting better, still got so much to improve on, which I feel like he will improve on. And I know like people have been saying or doing the notion like Dylan Harper should be starting, like they don't need De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is not trash. De'Aaron Fox is a good basketball player.
Yeah, not at all.
If the Spurs did decide to move on from De'Aaron Fox, I think it's beneficial for both parties. But again, in the regular seat, like De'Aaron, it's just right now things are just magnified. Like it's a really I feel like De'Aaron Fox, especially after a game like yesterday, because people are critical about it, and people think like, bro, just some time, like really a few months ago when Wemby was out, like everyone was loving me, what I was doing, whatever the case may be. We know that that's what comes with the role of being an NBA player, but I just think that he needs to be in a situation, in which he can be the number one option. And I don't have a team off the top of my head, but he definitely needs to. He's the more aggressive he's able to be, the better he can. Like De'Aaron Fox, it needs to be. He's your point guard that should be able to get you like 26 a game and like maybe 5-6 assists, something like that.
No, yeah, he's capable of that. He's definitely capable of that. Man, in the first half, bro, he was playing well, bro. He was carving them up. He was carving up the Knicks. Like I said, like middle pick and roll. Like I'm gonna make every possible read that I need to make to get us a great shot. He was making all them plays. He was making all them reads. Like I know he's a good player. Like we all know he's a great player. It's just he just had some really bad plays down the stretch, man. How do you feel about his post game response when they talked about him making that play at the end?
When he said he felt like he would outrun him.
Yeah, I think he said something. I might be misquoting him, but I think he said something along the lines of like the reporter asked him a question about what happened that last play. Why didn't you dribble the ball out? And he like you said, he basically said like I felt like I could have laid the ball up, got 2 points, and we would have been up 3. But I felt like his tone, bro, like his delivery just kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. Am I tripping?
I don't think you're tripping, bro. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I know how I feel after like a loss as a coach, like especially like a bad loss. Like you got to really control your emotions before you snap on somebody because a lot of dumb shit. Like I don't have parents come to me after losses and I'm just like keep my composure because I could really snap right now. Like
facts.
Now's not the time. They have to report to the media. That's just what comes with it. But like the last thing De'Aaron Fox probably want to do is answer that question right now. He probably want to be like, man, like. I obviously thought I could have made the fucking layup. That's why I took it. Obviously. Like, that's what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I think that's the obvious. I thought I could make it. Yeah. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out in his favor. And like you said, the tone piece, I just think that's just him. Like, it probably did come off as a little, like, I know he definitely cares, bro. He's a competitor. I'm not, but it's just like, I'm only doing this because I have to do this.
Yeah. I felt like his tone was a little like nonchalant, like
No,
almost like just kind of brushing it off a little bit, like ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying?
like one after we lost in the state championship this year, bro. One of the reporters had asked me like, did I ever think about starting both of my bigs, 24 and 3, and I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, you ain't been at no practices. Like these two don't belong on the court at the same time. We haven't done this all season. Like this is why now? You know, that's why we're like, bro, like what where are you? Where's this question even generated from? Like, why? Like, it wouldn't have mattered. I could have tried it. We lost. We were losing by 30. Yeah, I could have tried it, but like, that's literally something like even as a team, as a collective, like at that rotation just would have been nasty. But it's just, they got to ask the questions. But I really wanted to be like, I just answered them straight up. I was just like, no, one word answer. I didn't think about that. And then because it was this like because I had to refrain from like bro, what are you asking me right now? What do you ask? They had 6'7" and 6'8". 24 or 6'3". They both 6. Like that didn't matter. And then these are football play. Like come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but like anyway. it's like they don't know the full context of the situation.
Why are you again, De'Aaron Fox? What were you thinking on that layup? What the hell you think I was thinking? Like, what do you?
I get a bucket.
I felt like I could goddamn get it all. Shit, that's why I took it. If I didn't, I would assume if he felt like he couldn't do it, he's not gonna take the leg. Because I mean, left hand, left side. You know what I'm saying? In his eyes, he's probably thinking like, shit, this shit money. That's why I took it. What dumbass question in my opinion.
Yeah,
hey, I would much rather imagine, how do you, obviously this was a tough moment, something that, you gotta sleep on, but how do you, I'm sure you've been through worse things in life, how do you tend to bounce back from these type moments? You know what I'm saying? How do you, in moments of adversity, what brings you back to yourself?
Yeah.
Let's see how you respond to that. As opposed to what were you thinking? Like, what the fuck you mean, bro? Fuck you mean what I was thinking, bro? What you mean what I was thinking?
Yeah.
I'm swiper.
I seen on Twitter too. Bro really actually got fouled for real.
I seen that. Yeah, but everything was happening so fast that I think a lot of the referees were behind the play because he tipped it forward. So they're sprinting, so from every angle, and again, that's how sports go. Sometimes from every angle, it looked like a clean block, but yeah, he got hit on the wrist. But what's crazy is, and maybe because the presence of the moment, De'Aaron Fox didn't complain or nothing. Good thing he got back on defense. But yeah, the referees were behind the play, bro. It was just, but again, I'm not gonna ask him what was you thinking, bro. We know what he was thinking, bro. He's not I don't want to say he's not a dumbass, but he just made a bad decision in the moment. But what is blaming on his head, not his heart? Like his heart, he wanted to make this layup, bro. He won't thinking straight.
Yeah. And shit, two more things, and then we can move on. But like after he missed the layup, or after he got the layup blocked, he actually made a really good play. They was in like the Knicks, they had the ball, they got the ball, they in semi-transition. And he ended up having a take foul. He ended up making a take foul. That was actually a really good play just to stop the semi-transition, make them take the ball out and go up against a set defense. That was actually really, really smart, especially in that type of moment after you already damn near fucked up the game.
But then he did something really dumb. Again, after that, like unless he was told to do this, but I've got burnt by this situation as a coach, and it frustrates me because it makes no sense. If you're guarding the inbounder and they pass the ball in and you leave him, no one's accounting for him.
Right.
So again, I don't understand. Like
I didn't think that play was like OD dumb.
But I'm not understanding. Okay, at the time, Wemby was on Jalen Brunson. Okay, and we all seen the shot Jalen Brunson settled for him anyway. But Wemby is still tall. Maybe you get in a gap, but to leave OG all alone, I just don't. Because Brunson could have swung it back to him, and then OG had been knocking it down. It probably someone would have closed out. I'm assuming someone would have closed out, but you still got to account for the inbounder, especially with that much time left. In my opinion, you don't just, and especially not OG. You don't leave him.
Especially not the way he been playing.
Yeah, not the don't. That's the one you don't leave, bro. It's similar to when, and again, I don't think the group chat was very critical. I don't think Jose Alvarado is a bad shooter, but again, if you playing in percentages or playing who's been hotter, the weak side Wemby was the weak side rotation. OG was in the corner. They bit on. They thought the ball was going to get swung to Jose, get skipped over to OG for a wide open three. It's just like KYP. You gotta know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's the youth. Yeah,
down the stretch, like they had some really bad defensive possessions, bro. Like just bad rotations, bad, like you said, leaving guys that they shouldn't leave. The last play in particular, when De'Aaron Fox went to go double, I'm not overly mad about that. Because Jalen Brunson, he was in that fucking mode, bro. Like, he was in that mode. Like, he was going crazy in the fourth. Like, he had that look in his eyes like, I'm about to end this shit, man. New York City about to praise me after I make this shot. He was in that mode, bro. So for De'Aaron Fox to come over and double, I know what De'Aaron Fox was thinking. And hypothetically speaking, if Jalen Brunson misses that shot and it bounces another way instead of the way that it bounced, then they would have won the game. The Spurs would have won. OG made a phenomenal athletic play. He covered a lot of ground. He jumped over everybody, like to get the game when it tipped. But like I said, if that ball bounces off the rim just at a different angle, the Spurs win the game. OG just made a really good play, but I'm not like overly mad about De'Aaron Fox doubling at the end because Jalen Brunson, and a couple plays before that, Jalen Brunson took Wemby to school, like lined him up, hit him with the hezzy pull, knocked in a three. Like Jalen Brunson was definitely in that mode to the point where I'm not like totally mad that De'Aaron Fox went to go double.
I guess I would have just. Like, I don't know what he was told. Like, I don't know if he did it on his own or that was what the assignment was. But shit, maybe you deny. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. I just don't. Like you said, a lot could happen. I guess we know Jalen Brunson's taking that shot. But I've been burned from that in the past, so maybe that's why I'm just a little bit bitter about it because I'm just too familiar.
And De'Aaron Fox hurt too. That's another thing I meant to say. He's definitely hurt. He's not moving like as fluidly as he normally is. He was battling injuries during the OKC series, ankle problems
ankle too.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's not 100% healthy, but he fighting through it. He's just the biggest series of his career, biggest series of his life. He doing his best, but he definitely not moving as fluidly as he normally is. So, for what that's worth, I know he getting a lot of criticism right now, but he definitely battling through some injuries too. So.
Man, one thing that was going through the back of my head, and really as I watched this entire series, is just like the importance of having basketball IQ. Not even individually is one thing, but as a collective unit. Like if you think about like the basketball mindset of the Knicks starters compared to the Spurs starters, like I feel like it's just night and day. Jalen Brunson winning two national. Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges winning two national championships is unheard of. Then you throw in Josh Hart, so they're winners. You know what I'm saying? Cat got to the national championship game. It's played at the highest level. Then who am I missing? In their starting lineup, Hart, Bridges,
OG.
Cat, OG got a championship with the Raptors. Been around, a championship environment. So again, saying all that to say, it's just like their mindset, like, and their chemistry is one thing. So with the Villanova, and then like adding in other guys who have won, like if they've won at the highest of levels as a collective five, where the Spurs have not. And then I think that showed late in the game, like again, whether it's taking the bad shots, whether it's bad rotations defensively, and then even within the coaching as well. Like I said, we gave Mike Brown has his wisdom in coaching, been a part of championship organizations. Like so, his IQ, his game, his situational basketball is night and day compared to Mitch Johnson. I think that factors in as well, man. You know, I think young team. That's one thing about youth. Like, so it's just important. And when you think about the vets, like Bismack Biyombo's on the team, but he's no vet. Like, they need someone
Right.
that. And then you got Plumlee. He good basketball, but they need like a basketball mind, I guess, to help a player coach to get them through those moments, or to help in those moments of adversity, bro. Because I mean, the Spurs, and again, I think as a unit, they're going to grow from this. Listen, the Spurs are here to stay, but I just think their youth and inexperience and their lack of IQ, especially when you're tired, bro. We all know it's harder to think when you're tired. That's the one thing I preach to my high school kids, but that's where I know for me, I have to coach them more later in games because they mentally tired. So I got to help them think through situations sometimes, or remind them, or give them. I could tell them what to do and then they don't do it, and out of just mental fatigue. Like, that's just a real thing. That's why conditioning is so important. And Wemby, he's probably tired mentally. Like, I'm tired mentally. Damn, these free throws a bit. All this shit is going through his head. He shoot the free throw, he missed. Damn, I got to make this one. Now it's pressure built. Now adrenaline going. All this anxiety. Where it's like, you breathe, you relax, you compose yourself. I've been here before. All sorts of shit, bro. But
now that's real, bro. That's real, and that's really powerful, bro. Like, the conditioning aspect, being physically and mentally like ready to go to war for the whole duration of the game. Like, that's a skill, bro, and that's super important for real. I think an advantage or a disadvantage that Wemby has right now, like once he and then they pointed this out in 522. I kind of like started to notice it throughout the course of the playoffs, bro. Once Wemby like gets tired and he gets fatigued, like he's not as good as he normally is, bro, from an offensive or defensive standpoint. Offensively, he's leave shot short. He can't get all the way to the rim. His handle isn't as fluid, trying to get by people. He settles. That's another great point. And then defensively, he's not as quick laterally, gets beat off the bounce. Not great rotations.
Bad. Terribly.
Yeah, like just watching him throughout the course of the playoffs is definitely something I've started to pick up on. I early in the season or early in the series, OG had a couple blow-bys on Wemby where he just blowing by him, getting all the way to the rim, dunking it. Cat, same thing, like just ripping one dribble. I'm at the rim, I'm dunking it. And a lot of it had to do with just Wemby just being tired, him being fatigued. Once he gets fatigued, he's not as high of a level defender as he normally is. And that's just something I've just kind of noticed throughout the course of the playoffs. And it's interesting, I feel like a lot of times people are critical about Mitch managing Wemby's minutes, saying like, "Oh, he need to be in the game. He need to be in the game. He need to be in the game."
But if he's tired, shit.
Well, yeah, I was about to say yesterday he was in the game. Like, he played a lot. He played a lot yesterday.
And he played bad in the second half.
Yeah, for fourth quarter, like he couldn't score. He couldn't really guard. He couldn't really move laterally, and it was bad. So I mean, I see both sides of the spectrum. Everybody want Wemby in the game for the whole time. But then yesterday, everybody saying, "Oh, he should have got a breather. Y'all up 29, give him a breather." Which one is it? That's the challenge. That's a challenge that you got to face when you're a coach. Sometimes you damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Real
so
shit. And that's, I feel like every Knicks starter is capable of playing a heavy load of minutes. One, because they did it with Tiz, but two, they just like well conditioned. Like, I feel like Josh Hart goes crazy the entire game. Jalen Brunson could go crazy the entire. I feel like it was moments where I'm just like, yo, this nigga Jalen Brunson ain't been out the game in a minute, bro. But like, they're prepared for that. Whereas, like I said, Wemby's young in his career, he might not. I bet you he's gonna prioritize conditioning a whole lot more this offseason. He supposedly was focusing on the mental aspect of the game, reaching out to people with the monks and all that. But now you need to get your ass in better shape. Not saying you're not in shape, but you need to be in better shape, because when you're not on the court, shit changed. That's just and it's a drastic difference. It ain't like it's like, oh, they're doing all right. It's a drastic difference.
Mm-hmm.
When it's like this light flips, and so you got to be on the court. I think playoff time, Wemby needs to be prepared to play anywhere between 38 to 43 minutes, bro.
Yeah, and the thing about it too, he ain't never experienced a championship series. He don't know how this shit go. He don't know how taxing it is on the body. He don't know like oh, maybe I need to conserve my energy. That's one thing that Bron do. Everybody get mad at Bron because Bron, he don't be getting back on defense. Bron be doing this, Bron be doing back. Bron, he know how to manage that game. Wemby don't know how to do that
That's
yet.
facts
You know what I'm
though. That's
saying?
facts.
Like
Yeah, it's a
Wemby,
marathon.
yeah, bro. Wemby, 22 years old. Like he don't know. You don't know what you don't know. He ain't never been a part of a championship series. He ain't never made it to the NBA finals. This shit all new to him.
Facts.
So to your point, like after he go through this adversity, I feel like he gonna know how to bounce back. He gonna know what he need to do. He gonna know how he need to take care of his body. He gonna know what he needs to do to withstand a 7-game series against one of the best teams in the NBA. It's a lot that goes into it, bro. So it just gotta be a learning experience for bro. Because this shit definitely about to be over.
Yeah, bro. Man, it was great to witness that history, bro. I think that was probably the best. I mean, it's recency bias, but it's got to be top 3 games I've watched live, beginning to end, in my life, bro.
Yeah, it was a really good game. I was just disappointed, bro. I was disappointed. I'm not really going for the Spurs, but I would love to see Wemby like just get a championship, bro, because I know he wants it. Like I know how bad he wants it. I know how bad he wants to be a champion.
He got to go through some shit, bro.
Yeah,
he got to go through some shit, man.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm hate watching too, though. Obviously, with what happened with OKC, bro. But it's just like, damn, are they really that young? Like, I mean, they ain't even been around this long, bro. And they about to. I'm having my doubts, but I'm thinking the Spurs gonna do it too. Before started hate watching said Knicks in 6, bro. But it's just like, this is necessary. I think it's gonna be scary for the league next year. I think the Spurs be a 1 seed. I think they're gonna be looking to kill shit. Like Wemby's just only gonna get better. The Spurs are only gonna get better because again, like we are big fans of Stephon Castle, DeLon Harper been hooping, Vassell and Champagne, they've been hooping. The Spurs got what they need, and everybody's young. Their contracts are young, so they're gonna try to maximize this effort right now. I know they're gonna attract some, maybe some bench players in this offseason. I'm sure they tend to draft well too. I'm very eager to see where the Spurs team is headed next season and for the next few years to come, bro. So we go see when we go get his. Like I said, when Bron got there year 3, he got smacked. We knew his time was coming, bro. I knew he wanted that shit bad too, bro. But he had to go through that. He had to go through that.
Facts, big facts. And I want to give some love to Stephon Castle too, bro. Like I love his game. I feel like we talk about him on the pod damn near every time we hop on here, but like he gonna battle every single night. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care who he going up against, bro. He is going to battle. He gonna play his heart out. He gonna give max effort. He's still young, he still makes some boneheaded plays from time to time, but bro, the effort there, bro. Like the effort, the energy, like all that is there for him. And I know some people bash him. He turned the ball over a lot. He don't know how to take care of the ball, blah, blah, blah. But his presence is felt on that court every single night. And he's super young. He a guy that you want to go to war with.
He a winner.
A winner. Like win, lose, or draw. Like he a guy I want to go to war with. He can be on my team any day of the week. I don't care what y'all say about him taking care of the ball. I don't care what y'all say about he can't shoot. Bro, he is a winner and he is a competitor.
I agree 100%, bro. Like we said, we talk about him all the time. Big fan of him in UConn and knew he was going to be successful in the league, bro. So big shout out to him, man. So I know we spent a lot of time on game 4, bro. Rightfully so, bro. It's just, I mean, we that's just his history. We had to talk about that, bro. So, I mean, with that being said, bro, you think it's over? And you said, do you think it's over tomorrow, or is it getting extended to Game 6?
I think it's over tomorrow, bro. I think it's over tomorrow. I think
Same.
early in the pod I said it might go back to Madison Square Garden, but I think it's over tomorrow. Not even from the standpoint of just San Antonio not gonna be ready to play. I think they're gonna be ready to play, but I think the Knicks just riding a wave right now, man. It's hard to come back from a situation like that.
Wait, is it tomorrow or Saturday? I think it might be Saturday, bro. I'm tripping. It feel like Friday night right now.
I think
I
Saturday.
think
Yeah, it is Saturday. You're right.
okay. So because I said earlier that the Aaron Fox only had one night to recover. So yeah, on Saturday. But yeah, I think it's wraps, bro. I think New York gets their first championship since forever, bro. That parade gonna be crazy, bro. Hey, what you what you think about like the New York Knicks fans, bro? Like, what you think about what they got going on? You seen Wemby got egged in the head, bro?
Yeah. Y'all gotta chill out with that, man. Like,
Bro.
calm down, bro. I know y'all passionate. I know y'all about to win a championship. When they win, it's gonna be even more epic than what it is right now,
Bruh. They said it's gonna be Gotham City, bruh. Like it's gonna be so wicked out there, bro. That's gonna be and New York already a heavily, I think, top 5 populated city in the United States. That parade is going to be insane, bro.
Yeah, man. NYPD. That I see NYPD. They watching people fight and not even breaking it up. They just let them fight.
Again, as long as nobody dying, bro. But they was taking selfies with Lamar Jackson, bro. Lamar was out there. They taking pictures with Lamar, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. It's mayhem up there, bro. I actually saw a video. Some New York Knicks fan, they walked into the Five Guys and started beating up the guys behind the counter. Like,
God,
I'm just like, bro, y'all gotta relax. Y'all gotta relax, bro. But shout out to the fans, man. They the most passionate. They the most passionate fans in the NBA, and shit, they showing their ass right now for real.
If Jalen Brunson wins his ring, is he a top 5 player in the NBA going into next season?
Man, before I answer that question, I got a question for you.
Okay.
These folks saying Jalen Brunson better than Kyrie.
I seen that. I wanted to bring it up, but I know how you gonna. I know what direction you gonna go in.
Oh,
bro.
You know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
you know what I'm gonna say.
It definitely makes you ponder, bro. But like how quickly they forget, bro. I know what Kyrie is capable of. We've seen it on the biggest stage. We've seen Kyrie play a huge Game 5, Game 6, Game 7. Like we've seen it. We've seen the most clutch shot in NBA Finals history against the best team record-wise in the regular season history. We've seen it.
Thank you, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but one could argue again. Jalen Brunson is the sole leader. But this is a great team that they have against the Knicks. When Kyrie had his quote unquote opportunities to lead or whatever, have his own team, it didn't really work out that way. But it's just like what we talking about here, because again, we didn't see Kyrie when Kyrie dropped 50 in San Antonio, bro. Like I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that, bro. Masterclass of a game.
Yeah.
So I would just love to hear I would love to hear you and Jeezy had this conversation for real.
I mean, obviously I'm biased, man. I'm gonna say Kyrie regardless, but I can see where an argument like that will stem from. Like Brunson is playing really, really well right now, and he's been playing really well for a little minute now. It ain't like he
about 4 or 5 years in a row.
Yeah, like it ain't like he just been a one-hit wonder, bro. Like he been pretty consistent over the past handful of years. So I mean, I can see where the argument coming from, but I'm gonna rock with my guy, man. I'm taking Kyrie every day of the week.
Yeah, then what did I? Oh yeah. Is he a top 5? Will he be a top 5 player?
Oh, going this next season?
Yeah. Or just in general, in your opinion, is he a top 5 player in the NBA?
Nah, I'm not gonna say that. But I can see where you're coming from. I can definitely see where you're coming from. And I would probably say top 10, but I feel like that top 5 right now it's just too much for him to be up there. No disrespect to bro, but like the game is at an all-time high from a talent standpoint. Like it's gonna be hard to put Jalen Brunson in the top 5.
Okay. All right. Now, and then one more thing I seen today. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you got the report on your phone.
Wait, what would you say?
I think I would have him. I think I would agree with you in having him top 10, but I would love to hear somebody's argument about why he top 5, bro. Because you said the league is very talented. Jalen Brunson is insanely talented. I feel like he, could improve defensively, but from an offensive standpoint, from a clutch standpoint, from a consistency standpoint, because I that's something that's not talked about enough as well is how consistent he is, like year over year.
Mm-hmm.
But you throw your Wembys, your Lucas, your SGAs. Shit, bro. Like
Your Giannis's.
Yeah, Giannis,
Jokic, yeah, like it'll be hard, bro. It'll be hard for me to put him in there.
I mean, but at that point, it kind of get like Anthony Edwards or Jalen Brunson.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know.
Anthony Edwards or Jalen Brunson, bro. I don't know either because AE, he a cold one, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's a good one. That's a good because one thing I'm gonna take AE don't mind playing defense, bro.
Nah, facts, big facts. We might have to drop that question in the chat. Who the best? AE or Jalen Brunson? Who you taking?
And I wanted to ask you one thing real quick. So the Celtics apparently made a report that pretty much everybody is available for trade except for Jason Tatum. What's your thoughts about that, bro? Like, just kind of I don't know if it's true or not, but that's Yahoo Sports reported that. If you JB, bro, Jaylen Brown, what's your thoughts about that, bro? I just think that's kind of messy.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I feel like we are in the day and age where damn near everybody expendable. Shit, we just seen Luka get traded. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And Celtics, they trying to go for it. They are in championship mode every single year. Like,
so what do you expect for Jaylen Brown? That's you losing one of the best two-way players in the NBA.
Facts. You asking me what do I expect from Jaylen Brown?
To me, the Celtics throwing the bait. They trying to see what they can. Jaylen Brown has proven this season that he could be a number one option. So a lot of teams going to bite this bait, but what are you happy with in return?
Shit. If I'm the Celtics and I'm giving up Jaylen Brown, like I need 2 stars, and I need. I want to name some names. I want to name drop. Who would I need?
So
I want a nasty guard. I want a nasty guard from Jaylen Brown. I need somebody like a
Jaylen Brown's 29. Okay.
I need somebody like a Kyrie Irving.
Man, no. Hell no.
That's who I need right there.
Do you take so? You know how I don't know what picks OKC got, but OKC got good picks. If you're the Celtics, do you accept? Let's say we give them 3 first rounders, like because I know we got some good 3 first rounders. J-Dub, Lou Dort. Nah, they ain't gonna do that shit. But I mean, they get a lot back. But they're trying. I guess you said they're trying to win now. But I mean, again, they would just be for Jaylen Brown, so they can keep whatever. Would you do that?
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
All right. What about not even OKC? But I'm trying to think about like what they would. Would you Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown?
Straight up.
I mean, I mean, shit. Actually, they can do that straight up. If they could do that straight up, would you do that straight up?
I wouldn't do that straight up.
Because, like I said, from which side?
From Boston side, but I'm more of a fan of Jaylen Brown than the average person. Like I really like his game. I really see his value.
Do too.
You know,
but that's so. But they're saying he expendable.
Yeah.
So what
yeah. Like you said, like he might be damn near the best 2-way player in the NBA, low key.
Facts.
You know, especially after what he did to win Finals MVP against the Mavericks, bro. He had Luka in a seatbelt.
Yeah, and no one expected him to be a 2 seed. The Celtics were really good. Jaylen Brown, when he's second team All NBA, should have been first. I mean, I feel like he gets shitted on because of how well spoken he is and shit like that. But no story for another day, bro. But that's why I'm like, yo, for the Celtics, just be like, hey, everybody's, publicly. I don't know. This is kind of weird to me, but it's like, what are y'all looking to get? Like, what do you really want here? Because you got one of the best 2-way players in the NBA who, I don't know, but I feel like Jaylen Brown. Okay, cool. Y'all want to play that game? All right, let's play that game. But his contract crazy though.
Yeah, they need a big. They definitely need a big. Because who's they big right now?
Oh yeah, because Al Horford came off the bench. Yeah, because they had Tatum at the 4. Because Tatum would get it. Who was they starting center?
I forgot, bro. They need like a legitimate premier big. Then they'll be in business for real.
Oh, when healthy it was Vucevic.
That's right. Yep, that's right.
But he was hurt a lot.
Yeah, and he was just a name, bro.
Man, they need a point guard too, bro, because they don't got no. I mean, like I said, they could use a big or true. Like you said, Kyrie. I mean, someone of Kyrie's nature would be great too, because
shit, really Aaron Fox might be a good fit.
Nah, hell no, that's cheating, bro.
The Celtics be doing shit like that. They done made some blockbuster deals.
But the Spurs would have to give up. It wouldn't be. That's not. They wouldn't. They're not doing that straight up. Spurs are gonna have to throw in something else, bro. They might throw in like for real. They're probably throwing Champagne in for sale. No cap. Because those type players are your expendable ones. Guys are just not down threes. So probably give them both of them. De'Aaron Fox, some picks.
Shit, I'm not mad at that.
If you pair JB and Wemby, and then you got Dylan Harper as your starter as well, and you keep Stephon, because I think they want to keep Stephon Castle, they want to keep Wemby, they want to keep Dylan Harper. You add JB to that, because they haven't paid Wemby yet. I don't think Wemby is due for a payday yet. So they're on the big contract with, and they might have a cap space to do that, because they can take Jalen Brown's contract. That would be nasty.
Now you got Jalen Brown guarding Brunson.
Yeah.
And now Brunson not getting off. Brunson not going crazy in these fourth quarters.
Yeah.
Shit, I ain't mad at it.
I'm just eager to see how this offseason plays out, Coach. But I know we got a little bit past that hour mark, bro. But yeah, I just wanted to ask you that question to close, man. But hope all is well with you and the fam, bro. I know we didn't really tap in with each other, bro. But we'll say that for the next episode, brother.
Yeah, man. Same to you, bro. I'm happy we got on here, chopped it up, man. It's been a little minute, man. So we'll continue to push out good content, man. Y'all like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. We're going to continue to send it y'all way.
Yes, sir, man. Until next time, chat. Love.